Hello everyone, it's Natasha from Treasure Books. In this video, we are turning this paper bag into this scrumptious, grungy and crunchy beauty. All right, let's get started. Okay, so at this point, I don't know what I'm going to do yet, so I'm just going to start playing around. A lot of this is going to be speeded up. But basically what I have here is a paper bag, some medication came in here, and I think I want to keep all of the crinkliness and all of that going on. And in fact, I'm going to crinkle it up even more. And then, believe it or not, I'm using some hand lotion that I've run out. Just scraping the bottom. I've never done this technique before, so here we go. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but it's supposed to give it like a... Okay, my dog loves hand lotion. Stop licking my hand. It's supposed to give it a feathery, almost fabricy kind of feel when it's dried, and it kind of just makes the whole thing. You can even see now, but that's because of the moisture in the moisturizer. You can see how it has more give, whereas here, where there's no lotion, it's hard. Okay, anyway, so I'm just experimenting here, and now I'm thinking that I might want to have an uneven appearance, and I think I'm going to open this as well. That needs more scrunching and a little bit more lotion. Okay, that's what I have so far. I have to say, because I am always filming structured videos and I know where everything is going, I hardly ever really allow myself to just play. And that's exactly what I'm doing at the moment. So I did not think that I'm gonna grab that hand lotion or the paint. This is paint, by the way, and some type of a sponge, and I'm just applying it on. And I just love already how this is looking. But I wish I had more time to dry, but I can't wait for it to dry because I'm filming, so I'm just gonna keep on going. Probably get paint on my desk, but that's fine, I'll get it off. Look how cool that looks, and I have no idea what I'm gonna do next, which now I feel like I don't want to ruin this. I want to frame it. No, I'm joking. Alright, so I've popped in some cereal box inside just to give it structure, and now I'm going to take it to my sewing machine. I am going to sew all around, and then I have stuff on my desk that's just sitting there. Maybe I can do something with that, we'll see. Okay, I have done some sewing and I just want to show you how it looks from close up. And obviously I am thinking of making this into a journal cover. So I'm kind of folding it there in the middle. This is all floppy paper bag. There's no cardstock. The cardstock starts down here somewhere. So that's okay. Now I'm just contemplating what I'm going to do next. I am thinking of adding these studs, and to be honest with you, I don't know if you're supposed to have a tool for applying these or not. Probably, but I'm going to try and work out how to just... It's just calling to me because it seems like it's going to go well, even though brads would work too. I won't know until I try it out. So that went through, but not really all the way through. Need something flat to bring the prongs down. There we go, it's on there. I'm gonna add some more. Well, here's what I have, and I have to say this was really easy to apply, so that's really quite an interesting thing to have in your stash. I find these things at secondhand stores. I think they're called studs. Okay, so now I'm thinking to do something with the leather offcuts that I was using in a different project. I'm going to show you what I did Here's a little thing I made yesterday, a little notebook, and the stitching wasn't supposed to turn out like this. It was supposed to be a zigzag stitch, but then my machine did funny things and this happened, and I love how that looks. It was a happy accident. So I'm hoping that I can do something with these little bits and recreate that kind of a messy, grungy, steampunk look. So I really love this piece. Maybe something with this. So I don't like that these edges here are so pristine looking, so I'm going to try and ruin them a little bit. Yes, that looks much better. You keep sleeping. I just have to go outside for a little bit, okay? Okay, I thought maybe we can do a little bit of this. Okay, you may continue sleeping, little mister. All right, here's where I've got these two pieces. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm kind of liking how it's looking so far. I feel like now we need a book plate or something there. All right, so I think we're going back to the cereal box. Let's try and do something with this. We want grungy. That looks good. But, of course, we need to grunge it up. Grunge it right up. Yeah. All right, time to dig through some brads. All right, here's what we'll do. I have decided to use 2 brads, just these gold paper fasteners, which is what brads are. Well, they can fasten other things as well, but I think these are just called paper fasteners, and I'm only saying this because I always get questions about brads and what are brads. But let's see. All I'm going to do here is attach these 3 pieces together. And here's what we have. And now let's see how that looks. That's looking quite nice. Before I continue, I'm just going to add a little bit more paint here because this whole section doesn't have any paint. So look at the back, it looks quite nice. So I'm going to do that. Look how yummy that looks. And on this side as well, I love it. I'm not going to go overboard. I'm going to leave it here. Well, leave it here with the paint. And now I'm thinking I'm going to glue this on. And just for the time being, my dog is dreaming, if you can hear him. Just for the time being, I'm going to leave this to dry, and then I'm thinking of perhaps adding more of these because they seem, I only have 3 here, and they kind of, it doesn't seem, even though when I add more, again, it doesn't seem okay, like something's not working there. I'm not sure what it is. All right, that's all dry, and in the meantime I went outside and got a branch. So I'm thinking of binding in some signatures, 2 signatures, and I'm gonna have this branch on the spine like this. So next thing I'm gonna do is prepare my signatures. I got some stuff out of my stash, some tea-dyed watercolor paper and a large manila envelope that's also tea-dyed, and all sorts of different papers. And I'm gonna go ahead and rip them down to size. All right, here's what I have. I have 2 signatures. They're quite thin. There's only 5 pages per signature, and I just used, as you can see, a selection of papers, and I ripped the edges. I don't want any straight edges, even though these are straight edges, but it's fine, something a little bit different. And I also inked the edges to make everything look really grungy and to go with the cover. So as you will notice, when I put this into my cover, the pages are sticking out, which I'm quite happy with. And now I'm thinking I want to do something here. It kind of feels, it's quite looking nice, but I want to do something here. So I'm just going to make some rips. This is all, don't really know how it's going to turn out, but here we go. Ink away. And I'm going to take it to my sewing machine, and this is what I did, just a little stitch there. Let's see how it looks. It's kind of hidden, so maybe I can stitch a bit more on the cover because I really want that to be visible. And maybe I'll do something here. And here's what we have. This stitching is visible. I added a little stitch here, and you can see that little bit there. So we can go to oblivion with this kind of thing, you know, adding stitches here. I might do one more. Maybe I'll do the back here. I'm gonna just do whatever. Look at this, just playing around. Look at this, pretty cool. I like how that looks. All right, next thing is the binding, and I want to bind this stick in. I want it to be held there. So I just did a quick little try out here, and I think it's gonna work. So I'm going to attempt to bind with this twine, this natural looking twine. So let's see, let's begin. Thread my needle. Okay, needle threaded, and I'm gonna leave myself quite a lot of the string because I'd rather have too much than not enough. Okay, so on one end I have the string here, and on the other one I have the needle threaded. So I'm going to tie a double knot here at the end, just because I want to have a big knot. So that's one. I don't want this to go through my pages. It has to stay on the inside. So that's quite a knot. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is poke the holes in my signatures and my cover, but I need the holes to be exactly the same on both of the signatures, like at the same spot. The issue is that the pages are different lengths, so I can't use a template like I usually do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this signature into this signature and do them all at once and hope for the best. I'm sure it will work out. So okay, there we go. And now take that signature out, pop this into my cover where I want it, and now I'm just going to mark. I can see where my holes are, and I'm just going to mark them on the cover. And now I just need a second set of holes because it's going to be two signatures, so I'm going to do something like this. That's a mistake. I did the first placement that I did was done wrong, so I'm just going to ignore those markings. And now I'm going to poke the holes. And the thing is, with this kind of a look, the grungy look, it doesn't matter if you make mistakes, if things are crooked, if stitches are missed and all that stuff. That's what I love about grunge. And the thing is, I'm experimenting here. I haven't done this before, and you're watching the process. So usually my videos are planned ahead, but not this one. All right, I'm going to start the binding. So I'm going to start from the inside of the first signature and go all the way to the end, and that's going to stop when I get to the knot. There it is. That knot is not going anywhere. I'm going to go through the cover. I could have started on the second signature. I could have started at the top. It doesn't matter. But I'm doing the first signature, so I'm going through the first set of holes using my pliers to help me out. Now I'm going to go back in through the second hole that I have here. There it is. And through the second signature. And now we have created a loop here. It's too large, of course. I'm going to have to tighten things. There we go, a loop. And it's going to be home for the stick. Great. And now I'm going to go and tighten everything. The loop is tight. It's held in place. Tight, tight, tight. Great. Now I'm going to go into the next available hole, which is here, all the way out. I have way too much string, but I'm tightening everything, and now around the stick and into the hole. You might be able to go back into this first signature all at once through the cover and the first signature, but I'm just going to do it in steps because my thread is very thick and it's a little bit difficult to work with. Okay, that's held there, nice and tight. Go back in the first signature and pull. really tight. Oh, I have some, who knows where that came from, but it's fine. It can stay there because why not? Now we're going to go into the next available hole, which is up here, and also through the cover. Oh, I might need to move my stick up, but let's do this first. Okay, that's what the inside looks like, but that needs to be holding the stick in place, and the stick is too low, so I'm just going to maneuver it up. I don't know how, but it's very tight, but here we go. Okay, the stick is in place, and now I have to loop around the stick and go back in through the very last hole and make everything nice and tight. Okay, that went through the cover, and now back into the signature. More threads coming through, that's fine by me. I'm embracing the grunge. I'm quite satisfied with this. We just need to finish this off, so you can tie a knot here, or you can go, look, wait, I have way too much thread here. All right, so I will tie a knot here and not up here like I was planning. I have way too much string, so I'm just gonna cut it off, make it nice and tight. And knotting time. Maybe we'll do a double knot. I'm quite happy. What am I gonna do now? Let's see. What else can we do? Okay, so for this here, I thought maybe I can, well, I had this tea bag, it's a tea bag that I, kept. And I'm thinking of maybe doing something crazy like in here, like maybe have that sticking out. Maybe another one up here. Not bad. I'm just gonna plop glue in there. Maybe something with the leftover here. Maybe I could do something like that. Here we go. Not bad, not bad. I like that little bit of detail there. Maybe we can do some more. I still have all of this twine left. Just do whatever with it. Maybe we can have it. Where should we have it? Here. Okay, I'm liking how that looks. Maybe we'll leave a long string. It's starting to look a little bit flowery, and I want grunge. I could keep on going until the end of eternity, but then it will just be going overboard, and it's just gonna be a little bit too crazy. But perhaps I can do a little something on the inside. Look how cool that looks. I just pulled out some little tea dyed pieces that I have here, and I'm gonna go ahead and do something with them. And also, when I was ripping up all of the pages, I have all these pieces, so I'm gonna utilize them as well in some way, shape or form. So I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera, and I'll come back and show you the final result. I just want to show you this effect as if there isn't enough thread in here, but I think it looks so beautiful, so I'm just going to quickly show you. Here's my little bit of thread, and I'm thinking of adding a little bit of gold thread too. And then do this, scrunch it up, plop it down, plop some glue down, and glue something on top. And that glue is seeping all over the place. So what are we gonna do now? We're just gonna clean it up and not worry about it. And you know what else? Because it's grunge town here, why not a little stapler? In fact, why not another little staple? I got some yarn out. Actually, this is eyelash trim. I was looking for brown yarn, but I couldn't find any. Oh yes. Okay, before I show you the inside, the last thing I want to do is add a closure, and I have this, I don't know what it's from, but I have it on my desk, so I'm thinking of doing something like this. So first thing I'm going to do is attach this to the back. Just want to work out where. I'll come back to this. Okay, now I need something here. So maybe I can use a little bit of this. I'm doing it now. I'll mark myself some holes, and I'll be using brads. Okay. Maybe I didn't leave enough space. In which case we shall make space. Maybe I left too much space now. Maybe I can do two. Okay, I added another little piece here, and I have this, and I'm just gonna add another one of these down the bottom here. And here's what I did. I just did a bit of a stitch here to keep it in place and added another one of these studs, and there we have the closure. That's looking pretty cool. Now I'm thinking, do I want to add more of these on here? But you know what, I'm gonna leave it. But before I show you inside, one last thing I need to do is I want to cover this here. First, I'm gonna use masking tape to kind of keep it all down, keep it all in place, and then I'm just gonna cover that with this. And just when I thought I was done, I wasn't. I decided to add a third little notch here, and now I'm finally finished. All right, let me do the flip through. So that's the front cover, clearly that's the closure. On the inside, because I added that third little notch, I had to do a bit more covering, so that's all covered. On the first page here, I have a glassine bag with a sticker and this little tag in there. We have the beautiful stitching, and then on the second page I have this little beauty, just using those offcuts. Could have inked these edges, but one can always add. All right, and a little button there. Here we have a pocket and a little piece of ephemera, journaling spot, whatever you want to call it. This is a pocket. These pages you can't really write on, so I like to put journaling spots and just a little something in there. Here I didn't do anything. Maybe I should. There we go, the coloring page is covered, and I've added more journaling space in the grunge style. Here I've added, you've seen this, and I did it on both of the pages here. What's this one? It's a pocket, journaling, bit of this, bit of that. And over here, I love this idea, look at this. I just put two watercolor pages together, stitched there. And then this little sticker is holding this stitch, not that it needs holding, but I like how this looks, and this sticker is holding this stitch. So interesting little effect. Okay, moving on. You've seen this. You've seen this. I have left all of the threads all over the place. You've seen this, and the staple there. I can go back. I mean, I have to stop somewhere, but sometimes I just can't help myself when I see these little things, you know. So here we go. Another little grunge effect. Moving on. This is the not quite the middle of the signature. What did I do here? I just threaded that twine, and I'm holding it down with some staples. And then this one, oh, it's just a little removable, you know, little thing, like a little booklet, and then a piece of that material that I have. And then we have bits and pieces there, and another one of these. I just love these ruffles. And this is the last page. That's a little pocket down there, and the back. And I'm gonna have to come back to this, hide those staples there, and done. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I love the process. It took a while. I'm not even gonna tell you how long this took. I'm just gonna say it's hours. But I hope you feel inspired. I hope you like the end result as much as I do. I am absolutely in love with this. I love the grunge and the use of leather and all of that, you know. I'm not sure if this is leather or faux leather, you know. I just have it in my stash. I had a bag full of offcuts from a resource center, a resource rescue center. So anyway, there we have it. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.